We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week one. This will make it into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 83 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Well, Raheem Mostert, we know the story, from special teamer to postseason hero. All he needs is a little bit of space, CD, and he can do the rest. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Cardinals nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again, Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And able to find Kirk complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, 75 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On second down, Mostert. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. On first and 10, it's Mostert. 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's his second touchdown run of this game, and this one, and a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 40. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Here's Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Todd Gurley. 56 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Raiders set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. A short kick taken at the 18. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
24-yard line.
Ready, Black 40. 50 seconds of mine. 56. Rip right. Chance. Check 52. Let's go.
Flushed out right. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
13.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll run with Mostert. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8.
13. Robbie Gold to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gold now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Come on now, let's make it happen,
They're on
baby.
the
Let's make it happen.
16-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think they can start to dominate the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Shotgun now for Murray. And Tate's got it. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Murray. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The speed of Jordan Hicks on display there as he gets the tackle for loss. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
That's a gain of 4.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll fire this deep for I. This is caught inside the 15. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Mike 42, check, check, Mike 42. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Six guys, check, six.
Here's Mostert. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up. And this time he is in. Raheem Mostert on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays, we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into.
Murray fighting, lost the football. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards.
Arizona.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll throw now on the final play. Flush to his right. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Murray buying time to his left. A deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. Todd Gurley. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
You a star. Stars burn, baby.
Matt Prater is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. It's a foot race. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 67 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Murray now on first down. Steps away to his left. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Nick Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
It's 2nd down.
After the sack on first down, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
A nice catch there by Christian Kirk. Had 709 yards and 3 touchdowns in the 2019 season. I expect those numbers to continue to climb. This is a guy who can play in the slot, play outside, but the number one thing about him, absolute explosiveness, especially after he catches the ball downfield. If you don't make the tackle right there, he's going to take it a long way.
That catch good for only a couple. Throwing again on second down. Murray being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Here's Gurley now out of the gun, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Operating from the gun, Murray escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Here's Murray. Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. This one from 35 yards away. And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
I smell fear in that offense. Switch. Check 30.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's our time. Mike 42, Mike 43. Green. They're running it. 36. Check. Lucky. Go.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
25. Check 25.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And now he's going to use his legs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. From the gun, Murray steps away, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Operating from the gun, Murray eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it, and he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Now Gurley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It was D.J. Jones who was there for the tackle. Again they run with Gurley. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Buda Baker with a pick. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
On the move to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. To throw again on second down. Murray, and the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Nick Bosa in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. From the gun, Murray. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack. Murray sets to throw on 4th. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
One more time with Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of. Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They get this out left. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. 2nd and short now following the fumble. Operating from the gun. Murray forced out to his left. D. Ford able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Murray with a 3rd and long. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This is our time. Our time.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Murray, one final try. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Yeah, we dominate today. Come on now, let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen. It's time.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for San Francisco, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.